Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Today I'm going to fly the RJ Gritter Decathlon from E-flite. I just love the way this airplane looks, and every time I come out to fly it, I feel like, man, why don't I fly it more? Let's get this thing in the air and see how it does. All right, guys. Today, almost no wind. Not too cold, but we got a little bit of rain. You might be able to see the splashes in the water under the airplane. We're going to take off towards the north, and hopefully I can bring it in for a landing the same direction so I'm not anywhere near those trees. I'm in, I think, high rates. Let's do it. Nice easy takeoff, using the rudder to bring it around. Rolling to the left just a touch. See as it's coming back around on its own. Still just a little bit, but I think that correction's enough, so we'll just stick with that. It is smooth today because of the wind. There's not much wind. It's awful to have to trade off no wind for a little bit of rain, but I'll wipe the transmitter off as soon as I land, and hopefully everything will be okay. I meant to grab the mitt to cover it up, and I forgot because it wasn't actually raining when I left the house. So I thought I was good, but it's getting a little more steady as I go. I am flying on 3S, thus the reason it looks a little more docile and smooth. I'm not trying to push it too hard. Here we go, full throttle in the up. Out of the throttle as I come down. Pull off the loop down here. Oh, I gave up. I was worried that it was going to come out too low and hit those trees, so I rolled at the last second, and it didn't look good. I was hoping that it would actually look decent. We'll try it again and make it look a little nicer. We'll do it again at this end. I was cheating a little bit that time, bringing it back towards me. Out of that throttle on the decline there. See that little light on the tail? I don't think people talk about that too much, but it's a really unique feature on this airplane, having the little light on the tail right at the bottom by the tail wheel. It's really hard to notice unless you're out flying on a day like today where it's very overcast and fairly dark, and so hopefully you guys can see the airplane pretty decent. Getting some low passes in. It's kind of nice. They've mowed that tall grass out here, so I'm not worried about catching in it. I could probably even land there if I wanted to, but gotta make sure we get a little higher down here over the trees. Kind of flying like I'm a crop duster down low, although they don't have angles. They're flying flat, trying to get as much spray level as they can, kind of like this. Probably be more accurate. And then getting that really high turn. This airplane, it's pretty fun to fly. Even on the 3S 2200, plenty of power. Keeping the throttle up for the invert though. Pull off the loop out there. Inverted. Power back in at the bottom to keep it from stalling. Out of the throttle here, we'll make a nice slow pass. This is a really cool looking airplane and it's fun to fly. Adding to the scale presentation. And this happens to be one of those airplanes, if you're flying it air quotes scale, you can do all these crazy things and still claim to be flying scale. So that's always an added benefit to an aerobatic aircraft. The Decathlon is an airplane that I would like to get someday in a large type aircraft. Ooh, almost touched the wheels. I do have my timer just went off saying it's time to land, so I was kind of feeling out the landing process there. Obviously I started way too low. I'm going to keep a little airspeed as you touch down so that well, and I did that on my own. I went right on the ailerons, which pushed that wing down. Let's bring it back around one more time for an additional landing. Oh my goodness. I really messed that up, didn't I? Oh my goodness. Got out of sorts and then I was worried about that lamppost, so I had it going straight up. So neutral on the ailerons here. That kept the wing tips up. Trying to correct on the ground with the ailerons is not a good idea. Unfortunately, I try to do it almost every time. Let's see if we can get a little smoother takeoff here. That was a little better. All right. Let's see if we can get a nice clean landing again. About half throttle here as I bring my descent and base leg, I think they call that. I'm completely out of the throttle now. Pulling the tail down. Oh, and I did it again. I always force the wrong wing down when I'm trying to correct on the ground. Anyways, we're on the ground and the RJ Gritters was a lot of fun to fly again today. I think this airplane has the hard surfaces to protect those wingtips. So super happy to have this thing out here and fly today. Yeah, it's supposed to get colder, so not too excited about that, but we're gonna still have some fun. All right, guys, I appreciate all your guys' supports. I love the comments. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it so much. And just a blessing to be able to be out here and fly. And I just really appreciate your guys' support. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.